never obviously comes to fruition because they're not real.
All three of these profiles of these women have manipulated Bill into believing they want a genuine relationship with him.
One of them is Susan, his fake wife.
She came onto my cell phone and said, "Hi, I'm Susan. I'd like to get to know you," or something like this. She sent me a picture, and she looked pretty nice. She's thin, so I think she's about 5'7". Very determined young lady. She buys and sells stuff on the internet. Oh, I was involved in one of her transactions, some COVID home testing devices. Now, I had no investment in this whatsoever, but she needed a checking account that she could use. And I said, yes. And I said, what's going to go on? She said, well, we're going to invest some money into your checking account. We're going to buy these COVID testing devices, 60,000 of them. Susan had investors, and each one of these investors invested several $100,000. Then these got these checks that came into me, and they totaled at least $200,000.
Bill was thrilled to meet such a beautiful woman, and to make things even better, he was going to earn some money with her. However, his kids started to grow suspicious about the source of that money.
He's got a Fidelity account, I think that has around $300,000 in it or something like that. So they were sending him money, and he was sending money out, in, all that stuff.
But the whole thing was above board. She told me what was going to happen, and everything she said was going to happen, happened. The only thing is, Fidelity froze my account, and the bank won't tell me why they froze the money.
While Bill stayed in contact with Susan, she promised to help figure out why Fidelity had frozen his accounts. But the story didn't end there. Bill was soon contacted by another woman through a text message on his cell phone.
So another girl contacted me, a girl named Naomi, and she's very attractive. She's really crazy about me. I think Naomi is about, I'm going to say 53, 54, 57, somewhere in that area. And Naomi apparently is a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. Naomi has what is called an FRT, as a factorial robotic trader. If you have a really good factorial trader, it operates 24/7, and it trades about 1,500 times a month. And it makes a little bitty microscopic amount every time it trades. I invested in a penny stock. This stock was selling literally for a penny a share. And I purchased 1.415 million shares. I was one of the largest stockholders, I will tell you that, because I got in early. So the stock went up to about $6 with over almost 1.5 million shares. I was really doing well with the penny stocks. I started with about $2,000, ran that up to about 20, and put the 20 into this QEBR. And that's the one that went up from 1/10 of a penny to $6. At the most, I had $20,000 in those stock certificates.
This game, you're not ready for it.
They were worth millions. If you looked at it on the screen, I was a multi-millionaire.
Bill found himself in yet another troubling situation. His investments in the fraudulent website were flagged by all of his banks. Just when things seemed hopeless, this last woman reached out to him, claiming she could fix everything by contacting Fidelity and Bill's banks.
The other girl is named Angela, and I think she's the bank attorney that's locally here.
Been talking to Angela maybe once every couple of days, trying to get this lawsuit going. She's told me several times that she's an attorney, but all she did was mail them a demand letter. I mean, all the money is in my name. It's in nobody else's name. Why should they withhold this money from me?
By this point, Bill had already handed over his 401k, remortgaged his home, and emptied his bank accounts. That's when his kids finally stepped in.
He still believes the story.
After
send or receive money, and that was 2 years ago.
And he's still doing it.
And he's still doing it. So after looking at all of the money that he has both sent and received, we're looking at north of $1 million possibly.
We have to help him realize that it's fake. But I think the most important part is like figure out what's happening to all the money that's being sent and received, and then who's even sending it. Because this is a lot of money.